You're gonna be posted on Central Oregon rants and raves, and then you're done for.
And you have all your hair. I lost mine. Yanked it out.
To me, it's very therapeutic. Like, hey, I do own this company.
Yeah.
Share this with your friends. It's crazy.
Welcome to the Venture Into Moving podcast with your higgity host, Nate Becker. That's me.
Nice.
So pop in. All right, I'm here with Jullia Alsted-Mahl, owner of Modern Maid.
Yes.
Here in Bend, Oregon.
Yes.
And I'm excited to learn all about the business because I don't really know. I know we've recommended you before.
Yeah.
And I've never seen you do what you do, except for I think you only have like 3 or 4 or 5 videos on Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't hop on the TikTok yet, but yeah, I mean, tell me about like when did you get into it?
So I've been cleaning for 9 years now, but I started my business in 2022.
When you were cleaning, were you working for somebody?
Yes. So I started out in the industry with vacation rentals, and then I switched over to hotels / vacation rentals. And then I actually worked at the hospital, and I worked
Cleaning?
in their, I did their EVS department.
What's the EVS? Sorry.
Environmental services is what they call like their housekeeping department. Yeah.
Okay, environmental services.
I don't know why, but
I'll ask you questions about that because I'm sure you have some stories about that. But I'll keep on going. So you worked for a couple companies, and why though did you decide to start your own business?
So I had a really toxic manager at
I hear that
the
a lot.
last place I worked. I won't name names. And I was just tired of not feeling enough for them. So I've always had a dream of opening my own business. So I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this feeling, so I'm just going to jump into it. And I always kept telling myself, I'm going to take business classes and I'm going to learn, finances and best ways to do all of that.
What age were you when you decided you're like, dude, it's time?
I was...
Do you remember?
21?
Okay.
21, 22?
Right on.
Yeah.
Right into it.
Yeah. I didn't even wait for business classes after that last job where it was just always making me feel like I wasn't
So
enough.
you were fed up with your previous management.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good working place environment.
Yeah. They're very, very critical. Favoritism.
Oh, that's lame. Clicky?
Yes. Very, very clicky. I was like, I'm done. And I pretty much signed up for all of my business stuff and then walked in and just was like, I'm done, bye, and walked out during shift.
So how was it? I'm sure it was scary, but how was it signing up to be a business person in Bend, Oregon? Did Bend, Oregon make you jump through a bunch of loops, or what was the process like if someone was trying to start it on their own?
Actually, it's not that hard. The the part where you're filling out all the paperwork, so you have to fill out with the IRS, you got to fill out with the state of Oregon, and then you have to get your business registered with the city of Bend, and that's pretty much it.
How'd you score your name? Modern Maid?
Oh my gosh. So I actually started my business under Jul's Cleaning Company. Hated the name from the beginning.
Okay.
Hated it.
You just cleaning jewels?
Yeah, I was like, I just need something to at least get me started. So hated the name. And then I was talking to my husband and I was like, I really kind of want to change my name. I kept Jul's Cleaning for, I think, the first year. And then I was like, okay, I need to settle down and find a different name. So it took me like a month and a half of just scouring Google and trying to find different logo names, and then all of a sudden I saw one and it said Modern Maid on it, and so I typed it into the business registry in Oregon. And it wasn't taken. There was one that said Modern Maids, but it was an inactive business for like 4 or 5 years. So I was wow. I'm gonna swoop that up.
Dang, you got lucky. I feel like I got pretty lucky with my business name, Higher Ground Moving. I feel like it's not super Modern Maid. That's like A-list right there.
Yeah, I know. I was so excited when I found it. And then I went on to the business registry for Oregon and it wasn't taken. So I was like, yes. So I immediately filed my ABN.
Nice. You got your assumed business name. You got it all set up. Okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
What was 2021? When was that?
August 2022.
Oh, close. Okay.
Yeah. It was nice, but it was really scary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's a very proud moment. You were able to jump through the hoops. The government doesn't make it easy. I mean, this seemed like it was actually kind of easy. Kind
of, but it's very almost intimidating.
I think it is intimidating.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a smart person.
Right.
And when it was time for me to do it, I thought, oh my gosh, like, how am I going to have a lawyer do this for me? I overthought it. And then when I started, I thought, oh, this is 8th grade. I can do this.
No, 100%. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to need like a business lawyer, and I'm going to need a bookkeeper or a financial consultant. I'm going to need a CPA. You don't need any of those things. I got lucky and I have a bookkeeper, but she's my ex's mom, so she was already in the industry and I knew her.
So was she in the bookkeeping industry or also? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, she owns her own bookkeeping company. So she was like, I'll just take you on as a client, like no big worries.
We've had a few bookkeepers. I mean, you got to have the right one. We've had great bookkeepers for early business, and then we needed to switch up after, we switched the business around a little bit. And finding the right bank is a big one. I talked to Cody Nelson from McCauley's Truck Center the other day. He couldn't find the right bank at the beginning. He wasn't going to get a loan to start his business.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you didn't have to even go through the bank, really.
No, that was the nice thing is pretty much to start, you just need a vacuum, a mop, a good all-purpose cleaner, and a window cleaner.
Okay. Well, since we're here, if someone wanted to start their own Modern Maid, how could they do it on a shoestring budget? What kind of vacuum should they buy? What kind of cleaner should they buy? Or do you have, should someone go buy a Kirby? I don't know anything about vacuums.
I would not suggest a Kirby because those things are super heavy, and you have to keep in mind the job itself is very physical. So with a Kirby, it's super heavy and you have to be carrying it up and down stairs. You're vacuuming stairs.
And everyone has stairs, right?
Yeah, I know. I have stairs. And I'm like, why did I do this? I'm a diehard Shark fan.
Okay.
So I buy Shark vacuums all the time.
I think I have a Shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them personally. I mean, I'm using mine for commercial use, but
is it a commercial vacuum? How much is the basicest Sharp? Basicest? How much?
Basic.
How much is the most basic Shark vacuum that someone could buy to have their own little thing going?
Honestly, I think you could get one for, if you're looking on Amazon, you can get one for like maybe just under $100.
What if someone was, okay, never mind. I was going to ask a follow-up, but 100, that's so.
Yeah. No.
All right, so they need a vacuum.
Yeah. So vacuum, I would either say Shark or Dyson. They're top name brands. Okay. They do great work. Keep in mind buying a vacuum too, people have pets, so you're going to be dealing with pet hair. So Shark I really like because the roller on the bottom, it's got a dual one. So the bigger one doesn't have the plastic bristles, and so hair doesn't get trapped into it, so you don't have to worry about cutting all the hair out.
I just cut all the hair. Yeah. I could have made a doll after all the hair I cut out of our vacuum today.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, after I first started, because I had one that had all the plastic hairs on the bottom, and I was like, I can't do this anymore because I'd bring it in every night and cut all the hairs out so it was fresh and clean the next morning. I was like, can't do this.
Well, you don't want to show up to your first job with messy equipment, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Are people really judgmental of your equipment? Do you have a uniform? I mean...
Okay, so I don't pay anybody to make my uniforms for me. I actually hand make them myself.
Awesome. How?
I have a Cricut machine, and so
what's that?
It's like a robotic machine, and it cuts out vinyl or permanent vinyl. So I can make stickers, I can make shirts, hats.
Someone would do this?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like top quality,
Whatever.
but it at least gets me by.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be like super high top quality.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not coming off and looking ugly.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
a work shirt, you're going to get bleach on it. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
All right. So you got a Shark or Dyson vacuum, and it's like $100. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then you buy some purple cleaner. Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah. I started out using Fabuloso.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was like the typical, I'm just going to dilute a little bit of Fabuloso.
Yeah, I love that smell for some reason.
Yeah, it smells great. And they have different scents. So
they have more than just purple?
Yeah. They've got this like oceany blue one. It smells really good.
Okay.
I think they've got like a lemon one now, and then they've got the like generic, the lavender that everybody loves.
Okay. Yeah. I thought it was just called purple.
No. Yeah, no, it's Fabuloso, which is like...
You just buy it from Amazon at this point, or what do you do? I
personally buy everything from Amazon, but I buy everything in bulk, so I only buy my supplies every 3 to 4 months.
I buy a bunch of supplies on Amazon too. It's, I mean, with Amazon Prime, like, sorry, but here's my money, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Can't.
Especially when you can get like a 12-pack of cleaner that normally would be like $12 a piece. You can get it for like $40.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So you're learning how to source your product. It's probably a big deal.
Yeah. I don't have a shop or anything. I just keep everything at my house and I work out of my house. But I have this, I call it my Harry Potter closet because it's the closet under my stairs.
Oh.
But I just got this little storage cubicle and I keep everything very organized. I've got extra rags, all of my Windex, pumice stones.
You can't smell it throughout the whole house? It kind of stays in there?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I love it.
I love the smell of it too.
Yeah.
But so you got in, why did you get into cleaning? You said you dabbled. Why didn't you dabble into something else? You were in the cleaning industry.
Yeah.
And that didn't make you hate it?
Not really. To me, it's very therapeutic.
Okay.
And then when I first started out, it was vacation rentals. And then she also had a company where they did residential cleans. And she would sometimes put me on the crew with residentials.
Those seem like the worst kind of cleans though.
See, I love it because
you're crazy.
Residentials, it doesn't entail as much as a vacation rental does. Vacation rentals, you got to think about you're washing all the linens, you're restocking all of the amenities. You got to make sure the fridge is all cleaned out, like no crumbs, no hair, nothing.
Make sure someone didn't like make a mess and hide it from you just to mess with you.
Yeah, you got to check all of the cabinets. You have to make sure you've got the right amount of silverware, cooking utensils, pots, pans.
But you don't do that anymore?
Mm-mm.
You just do residential?
Yeah.
Okay.
Working by myself, I don't have the capacity to be able to do like Airbnbs or vacation rentals right now. The goal eventually is to hire someone, so maybe we can branch out into that.
So you just said that you're by yourself.
Yeah.
You have no help.
No, I do everything.
You have one job a week, couple jobs what do you do?
So I do 2 to 3 houses a day, sometimes 4 a day.
Dang.
Yeah.
Like 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom?
Yeah, typical is about like 24 to 3,000 square feet.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And you do 3 of those a day?
Yeah.
By yourself?
Yeah. And then I've got
and then
2 commercials.
You do everything else on your own when you get home and you store your supplies and you're sourcing supplies.
Yeah.
And you have all your hair. I lost mine. Yanked it out.
Yep, all the stress.
It's killing you. Why? You've been around since August of 2022.
Yeah.
It's January 2025 as we're recording this.
Yeah.
You're saying it's time, right?
Yeah.
You're saying it's time to get another you in there, but how do you find that?
That's the hard part, is you have to be able to trust someone to go into a stranger's home and trust that they're not going to steal, they're not going to break something super valuable. Yeah. I have insurance, but
of course,
you still don't want to like produce that to a client.
We're in Bend, Oregon.
Yeah.
If you or your representative breaks something, that's one thing. Your insurance is going to get it, but it's still going to be talked about a little bit. But if they steal something, you're out. You're out of the community.
You're going to be posted on Central Oregon Rants and Raves, and then you're done for. Yeah.
I've seen a few cleaners on Rants and Raves. Yeah. I'm thinking, maybe stay out of there.
Yeah. No, I mind my tongue whenever I see like certain things in the group, because I'm like, I know I have my business page on here as well. Mm-hmm. Even if the pages are separate, your personal profile, you still need to remain super professional, stay out of all the drama, because once you get into it, it's not hard to find your business.
Do you find it hard to separate your personal from your business when you're the same freaking thing? You know?
Not really. I mean, I'll use my personal page to share my business stuff sometimes. Sometimes I'll share something I'm super proud of, or like that I just want to share with everybody.
I'm
I'm going to share it out, get this out there, let everybody know, like, hey, I do own this company. Yeah. Share this with your friends.
Plus, you said you're on you're on the TikToks.
Yeah.
I mean, I should have checked out some of them. I did see, like I said, your Instagram. So but you're just cleaning things over music. I love it. I could actually literally watch that for a while. I could just be like, all right, keep it coming.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dirty carpet. Let's go.
No, everyone loves the vacuuming videos. I don't know what it is, but it's just the satisfaction of all the triangles in the carpet.
Yeah. I love it. I watched a lady, I forgot who it was, but she was doing some sort of degreaser and just the time lapse on it. I was thinking, oh man, this is satisfying.
Yeah, people love the vacuuming ones, and then they also love the oven cleaning.
I didn't think about that. All right, that's in my fantasy. All right,
so
how do you advertise? It's just you.
Yeah,
you're working. How are you going to advertise if you're working all day?
I usually leave it up to word of mouth. Yeah, most of my clients, they're great. I always advertise, let your work speak for itself.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's the best foundation, the word of mouth,
Yeah.
repeat and referral. They're gonna already trust you. They're gonna be an easier client to deal with. They're not gonna be as on edge with you. But eventually it's gonna be hard to keep being you, being face to face, finding new people like that.
Yeah, so I also rely, if I ever have a day in my schedule that pops up randomly where I have extra time, I'm like, anybody want a one-time clean, deep clean? This is the date, the time available, and I'll post it and then I'll share it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then I'll ask a few people like, hey, can you go share this post? Make sure, your friends and family see it, whatever. I also post on Nextdoor sometimes.
How's that go for you? Nextdoor has kind of been a tough one to advertise with in a way.
Nextdoor's kind of wishy-washy. Some people, it depends on their price range, first off.
Do you find people are cheaper on Nextdoor?
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Not to say that's
cheaper's
a bad
not the
thing.
right word. I'm not, but more trying to bargain with you.
Yeah. And that's not to say it's a bad thing. I like a good bargain myself.
We all do.
Yeah.
But you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
But you also, there's companies out there who are charging because of the name.
Yeah.
And with a name like what you have, Modern Maid, I feel like if I was going to call Modern Maid, I'd think this giant company right here, I'm going to try and bargain them down. I don't really realize that I'm trying to negotiate a price down with an owner operator.
Yeah.
So I don't know, how do you get your point across that, hey, I'm just a human,
Well, when people first message me and they'll say, oh, is it just you? It's actually a very typical question. People ask me, do you have a crew? Is it just you? Are you with a company? And I'll just spitfire right out. No, I'm a solo cleaner. There's no employees. It's just me, which I love because it gives us a greater relationship.
Plus, you're not stealing anything.
Yeah. I'm like, I know I'm walking out of here. My hand's fresh and clean.
Right? Like that purple smell.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but a lot of people actually prefer solo cleaners now.
But that doesn't seem like you can be a solo cleaner for very long.
Yeah.
Or maybe you could.
Yeah.
I don't know you. But me, trying to do things by myself, that's why I have to have a team.
Yeah.
Because without my team, I just crumble.
Yeah.
And it's been shown time and time again.
Oh, yeah. No, there's definitely days where I wake up and my body's just screaming. I'm sore.
Yeah, it looked like you had a hard time opening the door.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that dang shoulder.
Right.
I don't know what it is. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I've got other girlfriends that have their own cleaning businesses. And I'll hire them to come help me if I'm doing like a move out or a move in.
So you collaborate with other...
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Especially like if I have people inquiring about cleaning services and my schedule is full.
You have to.
100%. I will reach out and be like, hey, I know some other great cleaners. Here's their name and their numbers.
And they're going to do a good job for you and they're going to do it back to you. I mean, we do the same thing in our industry too.
Yeah.
We can't... It's too small of a town to be greedy.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. I always live by, you want to help other people more than you need to help yourself sometimes. So I always love supporting my friends and their businesses because they've always supported me. So I'm going to give it right back.
As long as you keep in mind that you don't burn yourself out, right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's some people who message me and they're very straight to the point. They're like, look, I need a lot of help. I'm a single mom or a single dad. We've got 4 kids. The house is just a wreck. We need help with laundry and cabinets and maybe clean out the fridge every once in a while. And I'll be honest, sometimes I can't take it on.
Okay.
But
you can recommend.
Yeah.
With confidence.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've personally worked with all of the girls that I know that have their own cleaning companies. So I know that their work is top notch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you... before I ask that question, what are some specialties that you do? What's a typical project like? Mm-hmm. And what are some things that you specialize in?
Oh gosh. Like a typical day? Yeah. Pretty much.
Like what are most people, what does the average Joe say, hey, I need my whole house cleaned? Or do they go, hey, can you just do the toilets and windows? Or...
Oh, it's so funny. When new people inquire, it's totally 50-50. Okay. They'll be like, yeah, I need help with the whole house.
So you gotta be ready for everything.
Yeah. You have to have an open mind, but you also have to have your boundaries on what's worth it for you and what's not worth it.
So are there things you don't do? Or that sounds like a yes.
Yes and no.
Okay.
I used to say that I would never make people's beds. But now I charge extra for it because it's kind of an extra amenity. There's certain things. So I've got like the standard clean, a deep clean, and then my move out cleans. Standard clean is just bathrooms, which is toilet tub, floors, sink area, mirror, obviously, and then kitchens, countertops, stove top, microwave.
So top means not.
I don't do the inside of the oven unless it's requested, and it's extra.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That sure sucks.
It does kind of suck, but I have to use a heavier chemical to clean ovens. So I always feel bad when clients expect it, but I try and be very.
Do you have
upfront.
Paperwork then?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
Like an email, or what do you do?
I don't do email. I actually do paperwork. I'm very old school that way.
Paper.
Yeah, I'm very old school. So when I have a new client inquire, I'll always do a consultation, and I'll bring the paperwork with me.
Okay.
And I'll.
Is that free?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I do free consults.
You just go to their house and you take a walk around, or?
Pretty much. I'm like, just show me like your trouble areas. I want to see your house at its worst. Don't pick up before I show up. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to help you.
I clean houses for a living.
Yeah.
Whenever we do moves, I'm sorry, it's such a mess. Yeah, what are you moving?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not
You're just
Thanksgiving.
uprooting your life right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, no, I get that
So
all the time.
there is no typical. It's some people want the whole house. Some people just want a specific thing. You come in, you provide a free consultation.
Yeah, I had one client actually. She paid me just to come in and do her floors. That's all she wanted.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Some people have a bane. There's something they just can't do.
Yeah. Well, there's some people too that have limitations.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, they have limitations, so they can't vacuum, they can't mop, or dusting really hurts, and they're supposed to be getting like surgery on their shoulders or something.
Oh, temporary limitations
Yeah.
too. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Age-related limitations. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've had a lot of kids message me for their parents, like, hey, my mom's getting to that age where she really needs help.
That seems like a big thing, because people are starting to live a little bit longer, but they're not necessarily living a little bit healthier.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but the kids are savvy. The kids are calling and saying, my parents need help.
Yeah,
I feel obligated. Pay for it. Yeah, I'm 2 states away. I can't.
Well, and it's super sweet too, because they're not leaving the price on their parents. They're completely covering the whole entire charge. And I'm like,
awesome.
Y'all are great kids.
That is. How would somebody be able to get a hold of you? You see, you have a website.
Yes, I do have a website. I just made it on Canva, so it's not anything like super fancy.
Okay.
I'm still cutting corners with certain things.
Business is unbelievably expensive. I mean, a website costs thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And then you got to upkeep, and then now the SEO algorithm's different, and now all of a sudden Google won't talk to you. Yeah, I hear you. That's a crazy rabbit hole to go down. I need to talk to someone who understands that.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to get my business on Google.
Okay, I can Google my business?
Yeah, I haven't been able to do it.
That's actually trickier than you think. You need to be able to have Google mail you something.
Oh my gosh.
Google needs to mail you a physical card with a number on it, and then you got to put that number in your Google My Business.
Oh.
And that's the only way that they know you're at least kind of a human.
Yeah.
And I think now they even got more strict, and they want pictures of your storefront.
Oh my gosh.
So
yeah. See, that's the hard part, is I want to advertise myself like that on Google.
You need to Google My Business.
Yeah, but like I said, I work out of my house, so I don't know if I want to put my home address on Google.
There are ways around it. I've heard offices being able to be leased out for an hour a day, or even just only for the mailing address, or even just for the Google stuff.
Okay.
So there's ways around it these days, but it's kind of weird and tricky. And then when you do move, it can get strange. Google's a strange beast. You don't want to mess with it too much. Make it angry at you.
Yeah. But yes, I do have a website. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
What are your handles?
Facebook is just Modern Maid, MORDENMAID, and then TikTok is Modern, I think, _Maid at 16.
Okay.
And then Instagram is Modern_Maid.
If I had any knowledge of editing, I'd be pointing and saying, here are the links. But
we're not there yet.
All right. Well, let's leave this conversation with a little bit of words of advice-ish to your younger self.
Yeah.
Let's think back. So you know more today than you did yesterday, and that's been compounding for a minute now.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
If you were to go back and start your business again, cleaning, what would be a couple of tips or pieces of advice that you would tell yourself? Put you on the spot, I know.
Yeah. I think the top one is hold your boundaries.
And why?
Because there will be clients who you've laid out, hey, this is what we went over in the walkthrough. This is what has been discussed. This is what's going to get done. And then day of clean, they'll be like, hey, can you add on this and this and this?
And they'll be nice about it too, huh?
Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, I can get some of it, but I can't promise I can get all of it because I do have like a very strict schedule.
Well, and you said you used to be the kind of person who would just keep doing it, just whatever, like a pleaser, because you're a new business and you feel like you're almost obligated to.
Exactly.
People will for sure take advantage of you.
Oh, 100%. I still have some new people who will try to do that, and I'm like, hey.
You learn now.
Yeah, I'm like, I have another client right after you, so I give myself like 15 minutes to get from their house, a quick lunch, and then drive across town.
And then, like, for instance, you would say next time we can add it on the paperwork. Or
yeah. Usually when I say something like that, they're very nice about it. They're like, oh yeah, for sure. I'm sorry. It was so last minute. I totally forgot to, message you about it.
And it could be genuine, or it could be them trying to take advantage of you.
Yeah. No, I try to say that I try to have the best outlook on people. So when they message me, I'm like, absolutely. Next time, I don't have time this time. I have a client right after you, so I'll make a note of it on your file.
For next time.
Yeah.
All right, so your first piece of advice to young you is set your boundaries.
Yeah.
Because you will be trampled on.
Oh yeah, set your boundaries and hold them because you never know what kind of house you're walking into. So.
Besides holding your boundaries, any other tips for young you or like a new company?
Just take the jump.
Take the jump.
Yeah, just.
So it wasn't as hard as you thought, or
no. I mean, owning your own business is very stressful.
It's been crazy, right?
It's crazy.
Then why is it worth it?
Because it's the best thing you'll ever do for yourself.
Okay.
Everyone who leaves the whole, corporate 9 to 5, they're like, oh, I can have my own schedule and I can do this and this and this. Newsflash, you can't.
No. No. I was actually surprised. We've been trying to set this up for a little while now.
Yeah.
We're finally able to do it. We kept texting each other, give me an extra hour, an extra 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the beast.
Yeah. I was texting you and I'm like, I'm leaving this right after work, so I need like 20 minutes to get ready.
Something. Give me.
Yeah, because I go to work and I've got my hair in a messy bun and I'm in workout clothes and I'm just like,
Man,
no.
you're working.
Yeah, I'm like, I need a few minutes to I'm gonna be on camera. I need to look okay.
I didn't get the memo and I'm still in my work clothes.
Okay, that's fine though.
All right, well then, Jullia with Modern Maid, it's been a pleasure talking with you. I look forward to watching more of your videos. Keep posting them. Get them on the Instagram. I don't have the TikToks yet, so let's get them on over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll do more of this, and we'll see you in the future.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.